We talk about managed and unmanaged solutions quite a lot, but in the most basic of terms, why are unmanaged solutions a problem?
So the way that customizations work in the Power Platform is in layers. So you have solution layers, and that's dependent on the order in which things are installed. So if you take, for example, a contact. Contact is a really common entity or table, and that may well be used in 4 or 5 different solutions that are within the system. And so they're all kind of fighting over the contact table, and that's okay. You may have solution 1 adding in a couple of columns, solution 2 adding in a couple of columns, and that's all right. Where it becomes tricky is where you've got 2 solutions using the same column. So then you start having dependencies between the 2. So let's say that solution 1 comes in and it adds a column for date of birth. I know it's an out-of-the-box field, but we'll take date of birth. So adds in date of birth, and that's built on it. And then in-house, you build solution number 2 over here for a different department, but you want to try and use the same Dataverse. That also needs date of birth. But you're not going to create another date of birth field. So those 2 are now going to be linked by the fact that there's a dependency. So our new solution's got a dependency on the first solution. By putting those and deploy them in managed solutions, that means that the system is keeping track of those dependencies. So if I try and remove solution 1, it will go, you can't do that because solution 2 still needs that. You need to go back, rejig things around, move the field over. There are some intricacies about whether or not it's the same publisher, but we'll just take them as they're completely discrete. So that's why managed solutions are really good. It keeps track of dependencies, make sure you don't break anything, and just keeps things in check. Unmanaged solutions are pretty much just like having a pointer that goes, oh, I'll have that, and I'll have that, and I'll have that. And then it puts it in. So if you uninstall it, it doesn't remove any components. It will just leave the kind of the rubbish behind. So it's a less favored way of doing things. It still works, and there are plenty of companies that just use unmanaged solutions and they don't deal with the managed. But if you want any kind of governance and you want to see the change history or the versioning history, you want to see specific fields and what layers they're in, then managed solutions is the only way to go. So a really good case in point would be, let's say, our Evo product. So the Evo accelerator is made up of lots of different solutions. And those solutions have all got fields, and they've got workflows and cloud flows and all sorts of things in them. If I'm on a customer system and there's something that is misbehaving, let's say, and I want to know which of our 12 solutions that appears in, I just have to go to solution layers against the component, and it will tell me exactly which solution it's in, or if it's in multiple, because there's that dependency thing. Brilliant. If that was all unmanaged, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know where to go. So it's more about governance than functionality, but they are a very, very useful tool. When they first appeared, they were, I'll say, a little bit flaky. So you could find yourselves in a bit of kind of a sticky situation, being unable to change things. But that's a long time ago, and Microsoft have really done a lot of work on it, especially with needing to steer people into application lifecycle management. And now they're pretty robust, they're pretty good.
Given the uncertainty of unmanaged solutions and the freedom of unmanaged solutions, does that negatively impact the ability for an organization to apply AI to their Dataverse or Dynamics instance, given its unstructured nature?
No, it doesn't, because it's just unstructured in terms of its management of customizations. The tables themselves, they're exactly the same, whether it's a managed or an unmanaged solution. So the capacity for AI to work with your Dataverse data actually comes down to you making sure that when you create a column, you give it a description that's meaningful. When you create a table, you give it a description that's meaningful, because the AI will use all of that metadata to try to analyze, well, what exactly is this field. When I look at date of birth on a record, what is that the date of birth of? Is it the next of kin? Is it the contact themselves, etc.? So that's what you want to concentrate on if you want to optimize for AI. The unmanaged and managed won't affect it.